Hi guys, so I'm back for your Tuesday video. This week's question is, how do you get out of hospital and stay out of hospital? Um, I'm guessing that this sort of doesn't relate to, the legal sort of logistics of if you are sectioned in hospital, there against your will. I don't know I know that in the UK it's called being sectioned under the Mental Health Act. I don't know what it is in different countries. So I'm assuming it's not about that, sort of practical things that you can do yourself to get out of hospital and stay out of hospital. This is something that, I definitely can answer. I was in hospital for a long period of time. One admission of mine was 2.5 years. But since then, I've had quite a lot of really short admissions because of my BPD, and behaviours. Getting out of hospital when you're in hospital, it's sort of, you're obviously in hospital because you're not well and you're a serious risk to yourself or other people. That's the only reason you'll be in hospital, because obviously people don't like to put people in hospital if they really don't need to go there. Hospital isn't the best place for people with BPD. A lot of times hospitalisation, is actually worse for the person than keeping them out of hospital and having outpatient treatment. So, there's going to be obviously a sort of big reason why you're in there. So, it's important to keep that in mind and don't get frustrated. The thing with being in the hospital is that it is frustrating. You're cooped up on a ward with so many other people. You've got a tiny room. You don't have all your stuff. You don't have freedom. You can't do what you want. You can't go out when you want. Stuff like that. And it is hard. And being in hospital for quite a while does send you up the wall. I think hospital for me certainly made me worse. The longer I was in there, for my long admission anyway. So, the best thing to do if you're in hospital is just keep your head down and be good. I know it's hard because, you're obviously in a sort of crisis sort of situation and you're not feeling well and struggling, but the best thing to do if you're in hospital is to not self-harm, not to kick off, not to fight the staff, not to fight the patients, not to fight the system, not to go around searching for things to self-harm with, not trying to kill yourself, stuff like that. If you're difficult to handle and you're not on a section already, they will section you. And if you're difficult to handle and you're already on a section, they will just put you into a psychiatric intensive care unit, which is even harder to get out of. It's not easy to get out of hospital once you're in there, and that is the time when you have to prove yourself. Prove that you can sort of take control of your behaviour and what's in your head, and how you act, because you're in hospital because you can't control it, and that's obviously putting you or other people at risk. So you just need to prove that you can be, take responsibility for what's in your head and how you act. I know it sounds really horrible, but that's what staff told to me. I begged so many times to be let out of hospital, and it didn't work, because at the end of the day, you're the only person that can get you out of hospital. With BPD it's difficult. Often with BPD you have a lot of other sort of whatever the word is, disorders. You have quite a few things going on. But with BPD, yes, there's medication, but medication hasn't been proven to help BPD. It'll help if you have depression or anxiety, and that can help with your BPD, but nothing will actually help BPD other than taking control yourself. Obviously therapy, going talking to a psychologist or doing DBT will help, but at the same time you're responsible for using the skills and stuff yourself. So BPD is a difficult one, and if you're in hospital, you know, they can't just change your medication and you'll be fine and you can get out. You know, you really have to work on it yourself. So the best advice is just to stay strong and be good. Don't self-harm. You know, don't even go down that route. I know it's hard, and I know you think you can get away with it. You know, you can be secretive, but it gets worse. Attempting suicide, that's probably one of the worst things you can do when you're in hospital. You know, they'll increase your observations, and you'll get more frustrated and stressed out, and then your behaviour gets worse because you're feeling worse. You know, it's a big circle. You just have to keep your head down. In terms of staying out of hospital, the best thing you can do, even if you are in a complete crisis, is to prove that you are taking a level of control. You know, you are going to, you know, engage in the behaviours that are because of your BPD. You know, that's your disorder. You know, that's kind of expected. You know, whether it's self-harm or getting yourself into fights, into trouble, whatever it is, you know, chances are it's going to happen. That is your disorder. You know, nobody's, you know, professionals and that, they're not expecting you to be perfect just because you're out of hospital or whatever. It will happen. But if you can take responsibility and show that you're not, you know, just letting yourself go, show that you're sort of like, you care about the fact that you want to get better, and that you will engage with the teams. You know, they don't want you to go into hospital. They will do everything they can to get you to keep you out. You know, whether it's having the crisis team come out to you, or having more regular appointments. You know, 2-3 times a week, or every day, or seeing a psychiatrist every week instead of every month, or whatever. You know, if that's what they're saying, do it. Engage in the professionals. If you just say fuck off, you know, they're going to get worried, because obviously, you know, you aren't well. So yeah, just keep in touch with the professionals. Do whatever they say within reason. You know, don't just like go along with whatever. Stand up for yourself. If you don't agree with something, participate in getting crisis plans written up. If you ever have to go to A&E, go. And, you know, don't kick off or do anything stupid when you're at A&E or the emergency room or whatever it is, wherever you are. You know, just stay calm. You know, a lot of people with BPD have like a short fuse and that, so just, you know, try and keep control. You know, just don't, I don't know, there's no way to say do this and you'll stay out of hospital. That's not really gonna happen. Everybody's different, and you know, everybody has different problems, but the best thing to do is just to do what is asked of you. You know, go to all your appointments, don't kick off, just try and keep at a level. You know, show that you want to stay out of hospital and get better. You know, if you've got problems, ring the crisis team. Don't just act on whatever's in your head. You know, just sort of try and take a bit of responsibility. Yeah, so I just waffled on for like 9 minutes. I'm really sorry about that, and I hope it helps. The only thing I can sort of I can't stress enough, is that hospital isn't like the magic fix. And as much as it is nice to have a little bit of relief from life and have like the nurses in there constantly to talk to, it's not the magic fix for your problems, and it doesn't help. Hospital, you just get institutionalized, and it messes your life up. You miss out on so much of your life, and you're not going to get better in hospital. So yeah, I hope that's helped, and yeah, see you next week. Take care. Bye.